Hi, this is Angie reporting from Tijuana, Mexico, May 12th, 2025. If you watched my video yesterday, you know that I got here on May 5th. May 6th, I fell and I fractured my left knee, and that was Tuesday. And on the Wednesday, I saw a orthopedic surgeon who proposed to do surgery, and Thursday I okayed that, and Friday they did the surgery. Now it's the 12th, Monday. I've been at the Holistic Care Clinic all day, and I want to thank everybody that did watch and support me through that video that I did last night. It was kind of a long video, and nobody complained about the length of it. I guess people wanted to know the information I was sharing. So, and a lot of you expressed an interest in continuing to follow me through this health journey that I'm on in Tijuana. So here I am. I've been at the clinic all day. Right now it's 6:43 p.m. and I'm back in my room for the night. I've been here for a couple hours probably. Today was pretty uneventful. I had a couple IV treatments. I had vitamin C and DMSO. I hope I don't stink. I can't smell myself. I do this to see if I smell, but I haven't noticed. And I had 3 chiropractic adjustments by Dr. George, who's one of Dr. Bergman's chiropractors. And I also got the clinic to order me a 5-gallon jug of distilled water. They're pretty perplexed. They're kind of confused. They cannot seem to comprehend why I would want distilled water. I told them I'm making colloidal silver. And they're like, oh, they don't even know what that's for. And I said, I'll drink some too. I'll just put some electrolytes in it. Because obviously distilled water isn't a thing here. People don't generally drink it or use it. They ordered it from a pharmacy, I think, and or somewhere like that. Because I know in Canada, all dental offices and hospitals have distilled water. So they got it from somewhere like that. And I'm making my first quart of colloidal silver here with one of my colloidal silver brewers. I'm really good, really glad. It's funny, you'd be able to tell I'm a little bit stuffed up, congested. That started on Friday, the day of my um, surgery. And the only colds I've had in the last 15 and a half years are when I was under extreme stress. The first time was when my husband passed in 2009, and then my mother passed in 2015, and I had colds again. Not only did I get a cold, I get like 2 or 3 right on top of each other with both of them. And I haven't had a cold since until I kind of have one now. It's not a bad one, but I really needed some colloidal silver, so I'm making that now. I had some here, but not enough to guzzle the way I would normally from a cold. But I do have right here, I thought I did, my little mister. These are excellent, and I've been using that like a nebulizer. And I've been spraying all kinds of things with colloidal silver. So I'm good. And I'm really glad that this water I got is making clear colloidal silver, because some distilled water has minerals added back to it or something. But I can see it from here. It's got another hour and a half to go. I'm not using a starter on this batch. So, and it's nice and clear. So I'm really happy about that. I came home and I have that soup. McGill went and bought me all that produce from the store, but he also brought me 5 or 6 cans of Campbell's soup. I don't eat Campbell's soup. I haven't had that in years. But he did my shopping. I wasn't there to tell him exactly what to buy. I did tell him I wanted some soup, and this is what he brought. Next time I'm going to tell him to bring some pure broth, chicken or beef broth, and I'll get some veggies, and I could even fry up some ground beef or something, and then put the broth in, and then some veggies. So I'm going to try that next time. But for now, I'm stuck with Campbell's soup. Last night I had chicken noodle. Tonight I had corn chowder, I guess it was. I've never had that before. I did make a short today. I put it on YouTube. You can find it under my shorts. I'll post the link in the group, I guess, to show you my little kitchen corner in my hotel room and where I make my smoothies and my hot pot is and my little kettle too. So I was able to make some nice dandelion detox tea. The kettle looks something like this. And it's nice because I anticipate, I considered only bringing the hot pot because it could easily boil water. It boils water faster than the kettle. But this way, I can be making something in the pot while I'm boiling up water for some tea at the same time. I'm having a problem with ice because I have a bigger fridge now when I moved to the handicap room because of my knee, but it doesn't have a freezer. So I ordered ice last night, but even when I put it in the fridge, it doesn't last very long. And I got ice packs from the clinic today for my knee. And so I'm gonna have to do sometimes with my smoothies is make them, and then I think I'll put them in the fridge for a couple hours. And then at least they'll be colder. I'm not gonna have all nice icy smoothies like I like to have at home, but I am gonna get some good smoothies. So that's about it. I plan to show people at the clinic. I did mention it to one about my video because it did reach a lot of people, both on Facebook and YouTube, and show them that kind of in return for all of the good they're doing for me and looking after me so well, that I'm doing something for them too. And by promoting their clinic and some of the people in it. Not everybody. There's a couple people I would never really want to promote, but most of them, yeah, they're great. So I hope to talk to them tomorrow about interviewing a couple of them or more, a couple of the doctors, and maybe Violet, maybe McGill. We'll see who wants to talk to me and introduce themselves to the group, because I think the more you meet of the people that are here that I'm learning to know so well, the more you'll feel like you know them. And then if there are any people in the group that want to come down to the clinic sometime, then you'll have a better idea of if you want to come and why and who you want to see. And I think that would be really good for them and for anybody that's interested. You know what I'm wishing for next? I want to come back again. I don't know when, probably like say November or something like that. And I'm hoping other people from the group will come too. Wouldn't that be great if we had a group of us all coming at the same time and we had rooms side by side or something and we were all here together? I think that would be fun. Because by then my knee will be better. We can go by the pool. We can go out and eat. We can go and on Sundays we would have free. There's nothing going on in the clinic on Sundays, and Saturdays they close early. They have tours going on in Tijuana. We can go on and just support each other through this and visit each other in our rooms and maybe cook up some meals together in our hot pots. And go out for meals sometimes too, but I don't want to be out eating junk all the time. And plus, it's a lot cheaper. There's Lucky 7 or Lucky something supermarket that's close by. That's where the food came from that I got. And there's another couple supermarkets around too. So if you bring something like a hot pot and a blender, like a small Ninja Blast like I have, and a compact kettle that looks like a thermos, you can do a lot with that. And I have big plans to make my own homemade soup. I'll just eat the soup that McGill bought, but I am going to make my own because it wouldn't be hard. I brought some spices. I brought some salt and pepper and some mixed spices, Italian spices and that. And I think ground beef would be the easiest because remember, I don't have a kitchen. I have a shelf, like a ledge, like a shelf or a desk area right by the window where I can do this stuff. You can look at my other video in the shorts in YouTube to see that. But then as soon as I'm done eating my soup, I take the hot pot and whatever other dishes I use right to the bathroom and wash them and then back. It's just easiest to just get it out of the way well before it dries onto them and everything. But you don't want anything too elaborate to be cutting up a bunch of chicken and stuff like that. I just can't see it. I think that ground beef or ground chicken or ground turkey would be good. You stir that up in the hot pot and then start adding broths. And I like adding tomato base to my soups too. So yeah, I have big plans for that. I'm gonna make some good soup. Maybe I'll make a video of that once I get him to shop again. But I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna use up more of what I have. I have enough produce to make several smoothies and about 4 more cans of soup. So I'll use those up first, and then I'll try something a little more creative. And then by then, maybe all my knee will feel better. They still haven't done wound care, what I thought they were going to be doing today. My surgery was Friday, today's Monday. And they did an x-ray today. Everything looks like it's going fine. But they said they don't want to do wound care now until the midweek. So that means I can't even have a shower. So it's a good thing I got colloidal silver too. I can spray my whole body down with it. No, but today I dunked my head and I got a really good wash in. I feel like I had a shower, so I'm surviving. I'm doing okay that way. And I can't really reach my feet, especially my one on my left where the knee is broken. But I'm just looking. Oh, okay. But I've got weight. When there's a will, there's a way. So I have a hot, wet towel on the floor, and I spray my feet with colloidal silver and the towel with colloidal silver, and I smush my feet all over it, and I spray my feet really well so it gets all between my toes and everything. I just find ways of doing things. I have an interesting way of getting onto the bed as well because I have to lift my leg. I can't just, not with my leg, I have to lift it with my arms, with my hands, and swing my leg onto the bed. So I found an easier way to do that. Other than that, I'm sorry, I was eating a bit of popcorn. I brought some organic popcorn from Canada. I can feel it in my teeth. But it's not very late, but I'm going to go and have some sleep because last night I ended up on the phone with a friend, actually on Facebook, talking, not chatting, till quite late. So today I'm kind of dragging a little bit. And the night before that I didn't sleep as well because when I started to go to sleep, I had a dream that I was sleeping on my side, I think that time, and somebody was behind me and they were shaking my body like a stranger in my room. So I woke right up and I was like, jeepers, I can't sleep now. But that was when I still had nursing care. Now I don't. And I think I did that because I couldn't lock all of the locks on the hotel door because when you're paying for nursing care, they have to be able to get in. And now I've got them all locked up because I'm on my own. Nobody's looking after me at night when I'm here, but I'm okay. I'm looking after myself. And I'm doing okay, but I have my moments, moments when I just feel like this is too much. I just don't want to do it anymore. I feel like that sometimes because it's hard. I haven't been outside in a week and it's beautiful outside. And they said, no, you can't go outside. They have nobody to go and sit outside with me. And I can't really get all around by myself. I get around my room with my walker. But to go beyond that, they come and get me in a wheelchair. So I haven't been able to go outside. I haven't been able to sit in the sun. I haven't been able to go to the pool. I don't get to go and buy my own things at the store. But mostly I look on the bright side. I've got people doing the most important things for me that I can't do. And we'll continue on like that. So tomorrow, I'll see who I can get to talk to me on video in the clinic. And we'll have fun with that. And so you can get to know some of the people that I've got to know. And I bet you'll like them just as much as I do. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you again soon.